We are going to be using a 10 frame to help us multiply by 2, 5, and 10. Our first problem here says Joe has 8 bags of books. Each bag has 5 books. How many books does Joe have? So we figured out that Joe has 40 books. For us to show our work, we have quite a lot of things we can do to make sure that we have the correct answer. We're going to first start with a 10 frame as our sketch. So I'm going to put 5 books in 8 bags. Once I have a number of groups that is larger than 5, that would fill out more than just my top row of my 10 frame, I'm going to switch to using, instead of one color for everything or one type of circle, I'm going to use 2 circle types. So I have my open circles and my closed circles. This way I can use related facts to help me figure out what 8 groups of 5 is equal to. So I figured out that 8 groups of 5 is the same as 5 groups of 5 plus 3 groups of 5. And so that is my groups of sentence. With my sketch, I included skip counting, and I have counted by the number of items in my group. So this problem had 5 in each bag, so I have counted by 5. If my problem was counting by 2 or 10, then my skip counting would change here. Next, I have my repeated addition sentence. So this is helping me remember that multiplication is repeated addition. So I have 5 plus 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 5. And then I wrote my multiplication sentence. 8 groups of 5 means or makes 40. So using this method, I have 5 different ways here that I can make sure that my work is shown to make sure that my answer is correct. So let's try a few practice problems. I will leave this right here to remind myself to make sure I have a 10 frame, skip counting, a groups of sentence, repeated addition, and multiplication sentence. My problem is Tina has 7 bags of chips. Each bag has 10 chips. How many chips does Tina have in all? So I'm going to first start with my 10 frame. It says there are 7 bags with 10 chips in each bag. Not 10 chips have 7 bags. It's 7 bags with 10 chips inside each. So each of these boxes will represent 1 bag, so I'll need 7 of them. And I need to put 10 chips in each. Since 7 is greater than 5, I'm going to switch to using closed circles for the rest of my group. So 2 of my groups will have closed circles. Again, this helps me use my related facts to help me answer my multiplication problem. So that is my 10 frame. Now I need to add in my skip counting. So I'm counting by 10. So that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I don't have to keep counting by 10 because I have nothing in these last 3 boxes. So that would mean that 7 groups of 10 make 70. So Tina has 70 chips. I'm going to make sure that I have my groups of sentence. So I will write 7 groups of 10 make 70, which is the same as 5 groups of 10. We use our parentheses around there to remind ourselves that that is 1 unit, plus 2 groups of 10. So 7 groups of 10 is the same as 5 groups of 10 plus 2 groups of 10. And that matches my picture here. Now I need my repeated addition sentence. So I'll write 10 plus 10 plus 10 until I get to 7 tens. And that equals 70. And lastly, I need my multiplication sentence. So that is 7 groups of 10 make 70. Let's try one more. Sam has 2 cookies in each bag. There are 9 bags. How many cookies does Sam have? So again, remember that every bag has cookies. The cookies don't have bags. So we're going to use 9 to tell us how many groups we have. So I will use 9 of my 10 boxes, and each one will have 2 cookies. Again, 9 is greater than 5, so I'm going to switch to closed circles. So that is my 10 frame sketch. Now to add my skip counting, I am counting by 2 because there are 2 in each group. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So Sam has 18 cookies all together. And now I need to put my groups of sentence. So 9 groups, again, that tells me how many of these boxes I filled out in my 10 frame. Of 2, the of 2 part tells me that I have 2 in each group. Make 18, which is the same as 5 groups of 2. Plus 4 groups of 2. For my repeated addition, I would write 2 9 times. To make 18. And then 9 groups of 2 make 18 would be my multiplication sentence. Go ahead and try these 3 problems, going through to make sure you have all 5 of these things for every problem. 5 groups of 10, 7 groups of 2, and 6 groups of 5. Pause the video to solve each of those and come back and check your work. Again, make sure you have each of these things: a 10 frame sketch, your skip counting, a groups of sentence, repeated addition, and a multiplication sentence. 5 groups of 10 make 50, 7 groups of 2 make 14, and 6 groups of 5 make 30.